Adoption support is available to families from once a child is placed with the family, but actually members of our team will support the assessment and recruitment team in the preparation training that they do for adopters going through stage 1, and we will go along and provide information about developmental trauma, attachment, contact in adoption, the telling process and life story work. So we're sort of getting involved at that stage, and we're meeting the adopters as they're coming through at that early stage.
When you go through the adoption process and you've been to panel and you've been matched, that can be a really stressful time for adopters. They've spent a lot of time going through the assessment process, and this is the real bit. This is the bit when you have a child in mind and you're thinking about how that child is going to come home to you. So the support workers can help you think about that transition. They can work with you, they can work with the foster carers, they can work with the children to prepare them for that transition.
The support team can offer anything from a wide range of support to assessments of needs being undertaken by a social worker in order to access specialist therapeutic services, to a worker just working with parents in the early stages of a child being placed with the settling in, to signposting parents to other resources, further reading and training. We also have support groups available on a monthly basis for our families to attend. The Adoption Support Fund is a pot of money that was made available by the government for adoptive families to access specialist therapeutic services as well as specialist assessments for children. And at the moment, the fair access limit for children is £5,000 per child per year, with an additional £2,500 for that specialist assessment if needed.
One of the things that we'll always make sure that our adopters have as soon as the children are placed with them is a copy of the child's life book. It's their history.
Really, it's to provide the child with information about their birth history, their birth family, and their journey to their adoptive family. They're really colourful and engaging, and they're written in a child-appropriate language. They will have lots of photographs in and pictures.
It's so important for you as parents to have a copy of that book that contains the child's past, contains their history, and is the story, it's the journey of their life to you. Telling a child that they're adopted is really important. It's so important to have that conversation as early as you possibly can. And for us, that conversation starts before they even come home to their adoptive parents. There are a lot of fears and barriers maybe about opening a can of worms or upsetting the child, but it is really key for that child to know before they start the transition process that the plan for them is to move, it's to be adopted, it's to be found a new family. And I think there are lots of fears from adoptive parents who come to us initially about contact. It tends to be a subject on preparation groups that a lot of adopters are really worried about will our children have contact with their birth parents?
There's two types of contact. Obviously, there's direct contact, which is that face-to-face contact that can occur for a child with birth family members, or there's indirect contact, which can take the form of letters and information being exchanged between the adopters and the birth family members through our letterbox scheme. For an adopted child, it's to maintain their link with their birth family as they're growing up outside of their birth family, and it helps promote their sense of identity and provides them with information as they're growing up.
Any advice we'd give if you and your family are struggling is to make contact with us as soon as you can. Sadly, what we do see sometimes is when referrals come in and we really get a sense that people have left it too late. The family is in crisis, or they're concerned about a risk of family breakdown. And sometimes when we look at those referrals, we wish they'd have come to us sooner.
For any families who are requiring support, you can seek further information on our website at www.adoptioninmerseyside.co.uk.